Good morning. Welcome back to Wild Woman Pantry. I'm Alex and this is my garden, and this is the 5th tour of 2021. It's going to be a quick tour today because I actually have somewhere to be, but I know some people prefer a quick tour, so let's see if I can make a quick tour. I'm not sure if I'm capable of that, but we're going to find out. And before we get started, just some great news I wanted to share with everybody. I mean, I guess maybe you've seen, but I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which is a really good feeling. You know, it's 100 subscribers. 100 people have watched my video, and these are not people that I know. I don't know that many people, but 100 people have watched my videos and decided that they liked what they saw, and I thank you guys. Thank you so much to all my subscribers, and if you're not a subscriber, you can be one. It's just it's a really simple thing to do. Click that subscribe button and then you can follow along with the amazing transformation of this garden that I've built from scratch this year. But without further ado, let's get started on the garden tour. So my last garden tours I started over in the flower and herb garden, and today I'm gonna start in the vegetable garden and make my way over there. But check out this tunnel of trellises, you guys. We've got the green beans. They're actually purple green beans. I believe they're the Blauhilde variety from Baker Creek. And they're really taking off. They've reached the top of the trellis and they're just like, where do we go now? So I'm interested to see where they do go. I'm pretty sure that pretty soon they're going to be blooming and setting fruit, so I'll have beans. Actually, I don't know if bean is a fruit, but anyway, they're going to be blooming and making me some beans. Down here we have California black-eyed peas. They're cowpeas, and these guys are really cool. I did not know what to expect. I planted them along the trellis because I thought that they were climbing beans, but for a really long time now they've just stayed at this height. The green beans took off and the cowpeas stayed at this height. And so I did some research online and people were saying no, they don't climb, and so I was confused, but then they started climbing. They're really cool. Yeah, I'm excited about them. It's my first time growing both of these crops. In this bed, these are ground cherries, and they are just kind of starting to take off. They've been really small for a long time, but I'm excited about my ground cherries. One thing I've been doing is they have been setting, ever since they were really small, they've been setting little blossoms, and I've been pinching the blossoms off. Because if you want the plant to get bigger, you need to pinch the blossoms off in order for it to have more energy into growing bigger. Because if it sets blossoms, it's going to put all its energy into those blossoms and making fruit, when really I want them to grow bigger. You don't have to do that, but some things do appreciate that. Got a few basil plants there. My last video showed me planting these peppers, and they are looking really good, but unfortunately I've had a bunny rabbit. This was a plant that was the size of these others, and a bunny rabbit came and just chewed it all the way down to the nub, and it's growing back, but that's a real setback. I really don't know what to expect from that little plant this year. And there was another one there that's completely been eaten by a bunny rabbit. And let's see, for some reason none of the Thai red chilies have been eaten. I had 2 eggplants get completely eaten. And these are my banana peppers, which have been feasted upon by a bunny rabbit, apparently. And that's what that is. That is a humane catch and release trap. I'm trying to catch this because it's the same bunny rabbit. I see him or her. It's a really small young little rabbit. So I'm hoping to catch the rabbit and release it somewhere. This is a hot mess of some brassicas. These are all mustard greens that have bolted. I'm still eating the greens though. Let's see, this is my red ragged jack kale that has been decimated by caterpillars. You guys, I'm such a lazy gardener. I have not sprayed. I have BT. I bought Bacillus thuringiensis to spray specifically on my brassicas, and I just haven't had time to get out here and spray. But if I start doing it soon, if I start keeping these plants covered in BT, then that should take care of the caterpillars, and hopefully I'll still be able to get some harvest from these plants in the future. Let's see. This bed, this is some corn that I planted a few weeks ago, and on the other end I planted amaranth from seed, and as you can see, I do not have any amaranth here. Continuing down this tunnel trellis, there are sweet peas here. Like, these plants have been done for a while now. I need to pull them out and plant some speckled lima beans here. This is lima beans. They're not quite as robust as the green beans, but that's okay. They still look great. This is Charente melon, which is a kind of a cantaloupe-like melon. These are silver slicer cucumbers here, but they are not doing super great. I mean, they're having a hard time climbing. I've been really trying to train them to climb up. I don't know if it's the heat. Oh, but there's a little baby cucumber, which is cool. But yeah, I'd really like them to climb up and cover this trellis. That would be great. Look at that. These are two pumpkin plants here on the end, and they're just starting to do well, and they're starting to get the hang of climbing. There's a little fruit here. I'm not sure if this is pollinated or not. It's been on here for a couple of days, so it might be a pollinated pumpkin. And I'm not sure the variety. This was a mix of orange and white jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, these two plants. These plants are cucuzza gourd squash. It's technically a gourd, but if you pick them young, you can use them like zucchini. It's an Italian heirloom that I'm very, very excited about because my great-grandfather was the son of Italian immigrants, and he grew this in his garden. My mom has memories of that, so I'm really excited to do that for the first time. They've reached the top, and they're starting to spread outwards. They're starting to branch off, and I think this is just going to be completely covered and really cool. These are my potatoes, and it's my first time growing potatoes. I know they need to be hilled up more. They need to have more wood chips piled around them, and hopefully I'll get some potatoes. And I have a little sweet potato vine here. It's a sweet potato from a slip from a store-bought organic sweet potato, and I have it covered up because the bunny rabbit ate all the leaves off of it, and it's grown them all back now. And I have more sweet potato slips that I need to put in the ground, all in this area. These beauties, I got all of my tomatoes staked up. I ordered these tomato stakes from Lowe's. They are, they have a steel core and a green plastic outer coating that's got some texture on it for the ties to grip to. This year I'm pruning them all down to a single stem and letting them climb up, and I've already got some little green tomatoes. I'm really excited about those. Over here are some turnips, some lettuce that has bolted, some kohlrabi. There's a big weed there, but this kohlrabi is ready to be harvested. I might actually harvest all of this and roast it for dinner tonight. As you can see, it got pretty eaten up as well. This is my sad little okra patch. I'm about to replant a bunch of okra from seed. When I rip all this out, I'm going to plant more okra here, and I think I'm going to cover it with bird netting to keep the bunny rabbit, or I assume it's the bunny rabbit that's been eating all of my okra leaves. And that's pretty much it for the vegetable garden right now. So we will walk over and I will show you the flower and herb garden, which has, the flower and herb garden has volunteer pumpkin plants in it, which have gone wild. So this is one pumpkin plant right here. And there's another one. There's one that's, on the opposite side, and it's grown. I've trained it all along the edge of this fence. That is also one pumpkin plant that's made it all the way over here. And I had a pumpkin fall off the vine that was pretty small. I don't know, I want to say it was like 15 pounds. It was a big pumpkin. And it fell off the vine. I've got it sitting in the sun so it can ripen. Look at that echinacea. That's gorgeous. The bees and the pollinators love my echinacea. It's like a bee party every day over here. And butterflies like it too. Check out my roses. Got some really pretty roses. The Japanese beetles like to eat these after they've bloomed. They smell really lovely. My lemon balm. I've got another previous video where I completely cut it back to just a few inches tall, and that was, I don't know when that was, but it's been at least a month since I did that, maybe closer to 2 months, and it's already grown back so much. So yeah, I'll probably be able to harvest the whole bush again pretty soon. You kind of have to sidestep around this echinacea to get into this garden. These are my zinnias, the first zinnias that I've ever grown. This is Queen Lime Blush from Baker Creek. It's gorgeously pink and lime green. And check out this pumpkin. You guys see that pumpkin? It's huge. I know, like, I wish I could reach over there, but it's too far for me to get to through all the flowers. But it's huge. It's like, gosh, I don't know, it's as big as like a pregnant belly or something. It's like, I'm not good at estimating how much things weigh, but maybe like 30 pounds. It's like 3 or 4 times bigger than the one that fell off a while back. And it's not orange yet, so, and that's a volunteer pumpkin plant. I don't even know what the variety is, but yes. So I've got a bunch of tiny little zinnias. They are the queen lime red and the queen lime orange. And there are more zinnias that have bloomed here. And some of the queen lime blush are just straight lime, which is interesting. I've had some sunflowers bloom. They're so beautiful. They're not as big as they were last year, which may have had to do with the fact that I kept them in their tiny little starting pots for way too long and they got root bound, and I planted them out and it was really hot, so but they're beautiful. I enjoy them. Yeah, straw flowers, zinnias, sage, alyssum, feverfew, my rosemary, and I've had some of these little red sunflowers that bloomed. They're really cute. They keep falling over. Check out this one. It's pretty gorgeous. And there is a very random volunteer tomato plant that is growing. He's growing somewhere down there, and there are some green cherry. He's a cherry tomato, and there are some already on the plant. And this is one plant, and you can see when you don't prune a tomato plant, look how crazy. Yeah, it's you know, I'm just having fun with it and letting it be wild, and I kind of love when things all get mishmashed together. Like in this corner there are sunflowers, there's this pumpkin plant, there's tomato plant, there are gonna be beautiful flowers. Yeah, I just really love spaces like that. These are my turmeric plants. They're looking great. Around the bird bath, which needs to be refilled. This is a wild coreopsis that I saved from seed out in a nature preserve, and that is calendula. Got some oregano going down there, and something, yeah, those bunny rabbits like to eat the coreopsis as well, but this one has gotten tall and it's sending out these little guys, which might bloom, hopefully. Next to the lemon balm is some thyme. The thyme is blooming. It's really lovely. It's lemon thyme. And this alyssum is looking better than the others. It's bloomed. It's really, really pretty little delicate flowers. This area I planted yarrow that I've started indoor from seed, and it got eaten by chipmunks. It's growing back now, and there are some weeds, and I just broadcasted bee balm, elephant dill, and milkweed. I broadcasted those seeds in this area, but I think it's just too hot. Maybe some of them will sprout next spring. Oh, there's a volunteer tomato plant, which I might leave. I like volunteers. I think I see a milkweed and a few elephant dill back there, but I planted a ton. But we'll see what happens over there. So yeah, this is it. So that's it, guys. I don't know how quick it was, but I'm glad that I got to show you guys around the garden this morning. And yeah, just stay tuned for more growth and more discoveries in the garden. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day. Happy growing.